Welcome to the Enabling Festival 2021. My name is Daniel and I'm the co-founder of Enable Asia. Due to the current pandemic situation, this festival will continue to remain an online festival for 2021. The festival really aims to challenge, to explore, to shape perceptions and the understanding of dementia as well as caregiving, but through technology and the arts. Well, this year's focus is on taste, and we have curated many different programs surrounding taste for you. So please visit us at enableasia.org to see what we have to offer. Please enjoy the upcoming programs.
Okay, go. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to the Enabling Festival 2021. So this year the festival is all about taste. Okay, how taste can trigger memories for you and me, and even for people with dementia. So now we have our wonderful Shan. Last year she was actually on our show. This year she had graciously agreed to be on our show again to share about how taste can trigger memories for people with dementia and even for you and me.
For normal people too.
Yes. So you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi everyone! Hi, thanks for having me again. This year it's my honor to come up to Enabling Asia Festival to really help talk a little bit about my passion.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think just a little bit about myself.
Yes.
I love essential oils, and I do teach people how to use essential oils to take care of ourselves. Right? It can be something that very good for physical health, mental health, emotional health, right? So,
but sorry, can I just stop you here? Before you go on to talk about how important the essential oil is for our daily living, I would like to know what is your favorite food memory?
Oh, okay, yes. I like anything that actually has citrus taste and scent to it. Right, so because it always reminds me of gathering, because during Chinese New Year it's the time that a lot of people pass around like oranges and all that, right? And every household if you go, right, they got a gamguat, the
Mandarin orange.
Yeah, or the trees, the gamguat trees. When you walk in already, you can smell it.
Okay.
So these are the times where it's all about gathering, about children playing around, because I'm a person.
Family.
Yes, I'm a person who is I love to have
热闹.
Yeah, correct. Especially my
热闹.
family I like to spend time with family. So that always when citrus oils, when I smell it, or citrus scent or food scent that
It brings you back.
brings me back to that. Yeah, it just feels that a lot of comfort. That yeah, you feel very secure, very comfort, and very uplifting. That kind of feeling.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are you going to share with us today?
Okay. So certain things about why I do put essential oils in my food. Right. I think a lot of people know essential oils can be used for 3 ways, aromatic ways. Okay, that is what I've been doing. So I put it in a diffuser. And then it got into the mist and then we smell it in, right? That's one way. And the second way is actually you can apply. I think most people know we can apply oils on our skin. But that is one way. The last way is actually we can ingest essential oils.
So it's actually very in line with this year's festival.
Correct.
Because it's all about taste. Because all along I believe or I was educated that essential oil can only be infused with the atmosphere, so we can sleep well if we do this.
Correct. Or uplift your mood,
yes.
or give some calmness. Yes.
Or we apply. But I didn't know essential oil can be infused in food.
Okay, so actually it is possible, but you need to pick and choose, because you have to make sure that the oils that you get from the manufacturer, it is actually formulated for edible. Yeah, it must be formulated for.
First diet.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there is even in the market, right? That certain food, semi-prepared food, they also put in some essential oils in there.
Such as?
Well, I can't. Sometimes, some flavoring. Food flavoring is actually coming from essential oils.
You mentioned wild orange, the citrus. So that can be infused in food?
Oh yes. Actually, that's one of the best way. My favorite way. Yes. So I put it in a lot of things. A lot of my drinks, like coffee, hot
Coffee.
chocolate, ice cream.
Wow.
Yeah, I think another favorite memory is ice cream. My parents always bring me when there's a celebration, you know, like finish exams, they would bring me out for ice cream, you know, usually the vanilla taste of it, but if you put in just one drop of the citrus oil like a wild orange, oh, the flavor just came out. It's really, really nice. Right, so it's always a happy moment for me.
Maybe you can share the benefits of by dropping like one drop of essential oil into
Yeah.
food
Okay,
or
so
ice cream.
a lot of our essential oils come from food itself or spices. You know, like your thyme, oregano, and fennel. If you take a look here, right, you got like fennel oil. You have like oregano, right? So other things is like your citrus oils. I have two here. So lemon, vanilla, orange, and I think a lot of people know about peppermint. Right? We have peppermint tea, lavender tea, right? So these are actually good for flavoring.
Can I just jump in here? When you mentioned oregano, fennel, all these are actually for cooking.
Correct.
And I believe it's very Italian cooking,
Correct.
like pasta and lasagna.
Yes. Of course, we can always love to use all the fresh herbs, right? But sometimes fresh herbs are not readily available, or you can use dried ones. And the thing is, once you buy a whole bunch, you might not finish everything, and you put in a fridge or something, it goes on a spoil process. You know, it starts spoiling.
Okay.
But if you put it in the essential oils form, and if it is a good pure oil, okay, then it actually holds the quality of it.
When you say good pure oil means
There's
what?
no additive. There's no additive. That means the oil has no additive in there. The whole bottle, if I say this is fennel, it will be 100% fennel, right? No other additives in there, right? And it must be extracted from a plant, right?
Plant.
So there's no, it's not synthetic and all.
So everything we see here is plant-based.
Yes, correct. It's all plant-based. It can be from the flower, root, leaves, bark, or the seeds of a plant. Right, so depending on which oils we are talking about, they are extracted from different parts of the plant.
Okay.
And the important thing is it must be tested.
Yes.
Right, so it must be tested for toxic free and no additives. Right, so unless you can find a test report from the company that you are getting from, then better don't lah. So you must make sure that you have a test report.
So can I say, because I used to buy essential oil from Bangkok, 100 baht, like 1,000 bottle.
Oh my god.
So don't buy.
I mean, if they can provide you with the test report, and most probably not.
Of
right,
course, yeah.
not.
So-
right.
so-
But be very careful, especially when we're talking about ingestion.
Yes.
So very careful about that. Right. So make sure that the manufacturer is able to let you know that these oils are safe for ingestion.
Authentic
Very
lah.
authentic. Yes, correct. So like for example, you were talking about Italian, right? This is what I did. This is
What is
this,
that?
This salsa.
Salsa. Shall we
Yeah.
show?
I made this salsa myself, so it's all from like
This morning?
onion- last night. So
Salsa is for pasta.
yeah, you can do it for pasta. You can eat it with
Dips.
chips. Yeah,
Dips.
it's like a dip and all that, right? So
Okay.
what I need is just onions, tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, and some tomato paste, right? Then I can add in all the Italian herbs. But on top of that, actually I put in one drop, just one tiny drop of oregano in here. Yeah,
You-
it's
you-
potent enough.
Okay.
It's potent enough to really give you the flavor. Right. And you might ask, why ingest? Right? What is the benefit? Right?
What is the benefit?
Yeah, so
Yes.
oregano is known as natural antibiotics. Yeah, if you read any article about it, scientific article, it is actually coined as a natural antibiotics. So it's good for killing germs. It is good for boosting immunity, which we need.
Yes,
very
definitely
now,
during
right?
this time.
Yeah, correct. So of course you can diffuse it. You can just apply it. Another way is just put one tiny drop in your food, and everybody can benefit from that. Yeah, yeah. So this is cooking. You can do that, but I must caution you, if you want to do it after, when everything cools down. Then you add your
Okay.
essential
So
oils.
when you have completed
Yeah.
making your
Salsa.
salsa, just drip
dip a little bit. Yeah, just one
oregano
one, yeah, correct.
inside.
Yeah, that's all you need, right?
and serve.
Yeah, you can serve lah. So later we'll find some chips and dip and
Yes,
try it, right?
we should.
Yeah. So other ways is just now I mentioned you can actually put it in your drinks, right? So coffee, tea, I don't know
Oregano.
what. If you don't like oregano, there's always the other stuff, right? So for example, what do you like?
Can I smell oregano? Like, how does it smell? Maybe I.
Smells like pizza.
Really?
Careful, it's a bit hot. Don't touch your nose. Yeah, it's a very spicy oil on the skin. Yeah.
Oregano.
Well, it's a pizza, right?
Yeah, but okay, I wouldn't put it in my drinks.
Yeah,
It's
correct.
not very
Yeah.
drink kind of essential oil.
But think about it, right? Smell this. This is wild orange.
Oh, this is nice. This is.
It
oh, I
came
love
from
this.
the
I
orange
love this.
peel,
Yes.
right? The essential oils came from the orange peel. So you can put it in any of your drinks. Okay, so I find this pretty mild. 1 cup you can put in 1 drop. But not everybody likes it very strong. Then there's one way of doing this. You can take like a small dish, and then you can just insert a toothpick,
Okay.
right? So wait up. You can put your toothpick in there. Okay, okay. So I have some honey chia seeds here. Oops. I just spread out.
So this is honey, water
And
with
chia
chia
seeds.
seeds.
Yeah. So you can do is, so you can just stir it in. Yeah, you can taste the orange.
Can I? Can I? Oh,
You can smell it already,
smells
right?
nice.
Strong enough for you?
Not enough.
Not enough, huh? Then if you really
I like
want
something stronger.
Another way is drop the whole thing here. Then give it a stir.
Yes.
Try that.
Okay, I'm gonna try this. So this is wild orange with honey and chia
Chia
seeds.
seeds. Yeah.
So
So basically, you are just flavoring it, right? So wild orange is also known for its detoxing purposes. It can help you with disease. Yeah, very gently.
so how often we can do this? Like,
How often can you do ingest oils?
Yeah.
Okay, so rule of the thumb for an adult, we don't want to go beyond 24 drops of essential oils, any kind. Okay, don't want a day in a day. Yeah. So if you are just little bit where you are spreading it across, then it's fine. Yeah. So just don't go beyond that. You know, just start with a little bit here and there, and then
Okay.
get the taste up.
Okay.
Because I find that sometimes essential oils can also, when you taste it, right, it actually helps you with appetite. You know, because you add flavors into your food, it actually help you increase a bit of your appetite. And sometimes citrus oils also increase the sweetness of certain things.
So-
And so you can reduce the
So
sugar.
can I say, you see, most people living with dementia, some of them don't really wants to eat.
Yes.
So will this
Yeah.
help
Yeah.
to increase their appetite?
Yeah, so especially if it is start with a drink, right?
Start with a
Yeah,
drink.
drink. Let's say if you're in a drink, right? Just taking the drink up, and then when you smell it, right? When you put even near the mouth, you already smell the aroma of the
Yes.
oils, right? So it can stimulate some very happy moments, and then
Yes.
you know once your feeling of happiness is there, you know the chances are you will feel more likely to just
Yes.
ingest, right? Because happy times are when we always overeat, right?
Yes.
So when you can uplift the mood of the person just by smelling it, the chances of them really just eating it is much easier.
So it's important, okay, I just want to jump in here. It's important to trigger our 5 senses. Like, for instance, using essential oil is triggering the senses of smell and taste.
Taste at the same
Of
time,
course,
correct.
when we have a plate of very nice pasta, so it's visual, we can touch it, we can see it. So
Yes.
I think to excite the five senses is actually very important.
Correct. Because you want to entice, and
Yes.
of course, like you said, all this will actually trigger certain memories,
Yes.
which is very, very important for people who have dementia, right? So always try to, and you can always try different scents to see what, even if it is a lousy memory, it's still a memory, right? Right. If it smells bad, then they remember, oh my god, that is the rubbish bin, right? But at least it triggers something.
Yes.
Yeah, trigger something for that person to, to remember it.
What about the rest of the
Okay, so
oils?
the rest of the oils are like peppermint. I
Mhm.
think peppermint is very good on a hot day, right? It cools you down.
Yes, I tried that just now.
Yeah, I tried just.
I was like sweating like a pig, but it works.
Yeah, just apply.
You just
right?
need to apply,
Yeah.
and it feels like I'm like in Hokkaido.
And the thing about peppermint is if you either you take it internally or smell it, apply it.
Oh,
actually,
peppermint you can.
you can.
ingest.
You know, like we always have peppermint tea already right outside and all that. So instead of having a tea bag, you can just take a little tiny
Okay.
dip and then put it in your drink.
薄荷, right?
薄荷.
It's called 薄荷.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in fact, you can add on to that.
Okay.
So I just take another one. Okay, and then just okay. This one you really can't do it like one drop. I think it's very overpowering. If you do a full drop.
Peppermint is actually very strong.
It is. It can be quite strong. So yeah, try it. Taste the peppermint? Not enough again.
No, not enough.
Yeah, I'm just worried that it's one big drop. Okay.
So we are adding a drop of peppermint into
Yeah.
what we have created
Yes.
from the honey.
You really like your things taste strong.
Yes. 重口味. Oh, I can even
Now it's
smell
smelling
it.
around, right?
Okay, I can even smell the peppermint right now.
Now you get it?
Yeah, this is actually the right amount for me.
For you lah. So it's always about taste for individual, then they can vary it themselves.
Okay.
And I think when you drink it, right, you will find that slowly you'll be cooling from the inside out. Alright? And at the same time, it gives you a perk of energy.
Okay.
I mean, studies have shown that peppermint actually can give us an energy boost. So sometimes it's like in the afternoon when you're very tired and all that, it just gives you a perk it up. Right?
Okay, actually, that makes me want to try it with my mom.
Ah.
Because mom has dementia. So I've been using the oil, frankincense,
Frankincense and copaiba.
copaiba, and what do you call coconut
Oh,
oil.
yes.
So I kind of just rolled it on mom. So what happened is after I used it on mom, she became very engaging and active.
She started playing with you.
She started responding to whatever I was trying to interact with her. So I didn't use peppermint on her because I realized for people with dementia, as the day goes by, she gets tired.
Yes.
And she start, it's just like she just become very tired and there's no more energy in her. So perhaps, I don't know, by rubbing
just start with
peppermint
diffusing
on
and applying.
her.
Yeah.
But you know what I did? Okay, I think this one Vincent actually, Vincent introduced me to drip a drop of peppermint onto, nowadays
On the
pandemic,
mask.
right?
Oh, yeah.
COVID, everybody had to wear the mask. So he dripped a drop of peppermint onto the mask and we put it on and I can breathe
Yeah.
more easily. So perhaps with mom that may
Something
help
that you can
to,
do. Yeah.
to perk her up even more.
Yes. So that afternoon you can actually still have some more engagement with her.
Yes.
Right, instead of her, feeling very.
I'm going to
drowsy.
try that.
Try, yeah. So you can always start with applying and diffusing first, and then if she likes it, then put it in her afternoon drink.
So I should. Okay, maybe I just.
Yeah, dab it just
Dab-
a little
dab-
bit.
dab on her.
Dab on her. Like I know a lot of old folks have that on the temples, on the nose, and all that, right? Some like Hong Liu like that.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
you can actually try it that way.
Alright.
Yeah, just a little bit. If she finds it a bit too spicy, then add the fractionated coconut oil in there. yeah.
Because if too much, it kind of burns.
Yeah,
right?
correct. So it's better to like
Because it's so pure.
Okay. And not everybody like you 重口味 lah. So just have to vary and play around with
Okay.
it, and that will really help. I think, and peppermint is something that a lot of people are very familiar with. You know, in the past when we have our chewing gums.
Chewing gum,
Yeah,
yes.
then in the past,
Yes.
or when you go overseas, you get chewing gum.
Yes.
Usually it's like a peppermint or spearmint kind of
Mm.
minty. So usually those are times where you know when you chew and you relax and chew and you relax. It actually can promote very nice, calm and fun kind of feeling, right? So the smelling of it also can trigger all these good
Yes.
memories lah. Yeah, so really depends on the person. A lot of people have different memories, good and bad, and all that. So the oils or the food or whatever they put in their mouth really will just trigger all this. It's about playing around with it, playing around with that. So really depends on the person.
So when you do cooking, what do you use?
Oh, okay. So really depends on what. If I'm making something sweet, like
Okay.
now recently is Mooncake Festival, right? So we put in some wild orange in there or lavender.
You make mooncake?
Snow skin. Okay, must say
Seriously?
sorry I buy a lot of pre-mixed stuff and then.
Well, you still make it.
Yeah lah. It's more of like fun lah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so-
what do you put?
I like to use wild orange on the skin,
Okay,
right?
on the
And
skin.
then sometimes a bit of peppermint on the fillings.
The filling?
Right. So it really depends, or even lavender, depends on who I'm giving it to. Right. So we can play around with those. Or you can even put some lemon and all that. Not really oregano and
Yeah.
fennel lah. A bit weird.
A bit weird,
Yeah,
yes.
a bit weird. Or yeah, so these are the usual things that I will use on something sweet. Right. So but if it is something that like is savory, like this, then I'll look for all the herbs. Maybe
Okay.
oregano lah, fennel, then of course we got thyme and all the different spices.
I'm curious, what about, because I'm a big fan of lemongrass. You know-
it's good, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but
Okay.
what?
Tell me, lemongrass, smelling it or tasting it, right? What does it? What kind of memory does it? I should interview you again. What good memories or what memories does it trigger?
Lemongrass always reminds me of my trips to Bangkok, Thailand. Because I travel to Thailand quite a fair bit, especially Phuket. So it always reminds me of Phuket.
Yeah.
Friends in Phuket, beautiful memories in Phuket. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I think for a lot of people, very relaxing because a lot of spas, massage parlors, they use
Yes.
lemongrass. Right, so I usually have that spa kind of feeling.
Yes.
So it's always very calming.
And eucalyptus.
Yes, eucalyptus does that,
Ah.
and eucalyptus is very good for opening up airways. And these two oils happens to be very good for insect repellent. Yeah, so like mosquito repellent. These are the areas that usually have a lot of mosquitoes. So that is another one that they do, right? So lemongrass, yes, you can always put it in a drink to make a lemongrass tea.
Tea?
Yeah, so you can do that, or you can put it in a curry lah.
Curry.
Yeah,
So
although-
instead of
Actually, you can use both. Like
Okay.
sometimes you have, and then it is just not strong enough. You know,
So
so
you just-
yeah, just put in another dash of
Alright.
lemongrass. Right, so you can just have that additional flavor.
Yes.
So sometimes savory ones I'll go for all the spices,
Okay.
rice spices, and then I know you like a bit of alcohol, beer.
Yes.
Okay,
What can
try lime, lemon in
Lime.
yes, be it hard liquor or even beer itself.
Okay.
It really gives it a twist. Give it a twist. And like I said just now, for peppermint, it gives you a boost of energy. It also gives you clarity of thought. So if anyone has been drinking and a bit tipsy, you can just put a little bit of peppermint in the mouth. You actually get the person to be a bit more sober.
Okay.
Yeah, so can maybe walk home.
Okay, I mean I do some reading. I realized that frankincense
Frankincense.
has very powerful properties.
Yes, correct.
Would you like to
Okay,
share?
so frankincense is an oil that has a lot.
Expensive, right?
Yes,
Ah,
but
there
it's
you
not
go.
the most expensive.
What is the most expensive oil?
Okay, so to date, what I have bought, the most expensive oil is rose.
Rose.
Yes, one bottle 5 ml rose, high quality ones cost you about I think was it $300 over US, 5 ml. But it has a lot of different properties. So for frankincense, it's not so bad, right? It's
Actually, what is
over.
frankincense?
Frankincense is actually
What
a
is it?
tree.
Okay.
It's a tree that is actually found in Somalia or Osman, right? So it's usually grown in a very arid land. So the land most probably cannot be planting other like vegetables and all that. And they are also grown on cliffs,
Okay.
right? And they are usually guarded by poisonous snakes. Yes. So yeah. So can you imagine the life of the tapper is actually in danger? So how it's like rubber tapping, you know,
Okay.
you actually have a break, you cut the
Need
bark,
to do
yeah, and then they will have some, you know, sap coming
Sap.
out. Yeah. So when it dries up, right, you pluck off the resins,
Okay.
and after that it is actually hand sorted out to different grades, right, and then these resins are steam distilled to get the essential oils. And the thing about frankincense is it has a lot of very good aromatic properties in there, components in there that actually helps with a lot of things, like, you know, cellular repair, very good for skin, right, and it is also very good for reducing inflammation in your body, right. It helps with a lot of cellular vitality. So like you know, making sure that your cells are functioning in a better way. So it has a lot of properties. It can deal with, like, you know, a bit of indigestion issues or a bit of aches and pain and all this. It's very good. And for ladies, usually we like to put it in our moisturizer and all that for beauty lah.
So from what I hear is a lot about cell
repair.
repairing. So brain
Yes.
has a lot of cells.
Yes,
So
correct.
it's also good for the brain lah.
Yes.
Can I say that?
And frankincense do have aromatic compound called sesquiterpenes, and because of that, it is able to travel through the blood-brain barrier. It goes directly into the brains. Yeah, so it actually helps with the function of the brain.
So whether we ingest it orally or
Smell
through
it
smell
or
it,
applying it.
that will have certain benefits.
Yes, correct, definitely.
I'm gonna smell more.
I didn't put frankincense there though.
Oh my.
Yeah, so.
Then what is this?
What did I put? I didn't put orange in there. I put a blend called Aroma Touch.
Nice.
So inside it has some wood oils and some minty oils in there. Yeah, so it's also act as a pick-me-up and a bit of calming in there. Right, so I think this is, I mean, diffusing is always fun. Right, everybody has a different, you know, it's like taste. Everybody has a different preference for scent, right? So they can just play around with it, and it can be dealing with your mood. Right, today you are in the mood of, you know, blah blah blah. Then you can just use the different.
Okay,
oils.
question.
Yes.
For people with dementia, I think generally they feel depressed.
Yes.
Because I mean, if you're unwell, I mean, of course you also will feel depressed, right?
Correct.
You cannot walk, you cannot verbalize what you want to say.
Very frustrating.
Very frustrating.
Yes.
You cannot even move your arm because you have spatial distance issue of reaching out to a cup. So, what would you recommend?
Okay, so some I think there are cases where some of them can get very agitated and even aggressive. So some oils are very calming, like the lavender is one of them, right? Or other oils are wood oils.
Wood?
Any woody oils.
Such as?
Frankincense is one of them, but I think like cedarwood, myrrh. These are the oils that are very grounding. Let them feel less flustered. You know, a bit of, you know, calming down. Everything is okay, that kind of thing.
Okay.
So you can actually mix around with that. Plus, if you can just put a hint of citrus oils together, so you can have some wood oils and some citrus oils, just diffuse, right? They can actually help them feel calmer, but at the same time uplift their mood to make them feel happier, right? So you can play around with this and see what works. So different people have different reactions, but mostly play around with those oils.
Maybe at this point, I want to qualify what this whole session is all about. We are not saying that essential oil is magic potion.
It is not.
It's not a magic potion. We still believe medical science, medications, human touch,
Oh yeah.
art, doing activity with your loved ones, social connection, all these are actually important to make the person living with dementia to feel better. So essential oil is also a very, very important contributor to this entire living,
Yes.
good living, well living for people with dementia.
Yeah.
There
So
you go.
actually, after knowing Danny, and then I realized that it's so important for that human touch and the
Oh, yes.
engagement, right? And especially if you have a dementia loved one. But for me, I'm a person who doesn't know what to do. You know, like if I have someone like that at home, I tell you, I wouldn't know how to engage. But I realized that if I have the oils, there's one way I know how to engage. I can always drop it on their hands and give them a massage. Yeah, so give them a shoulder rub, give them a massage. You know, the touch point, you know, an additional touch to it, and then you can smell it, and you can put it in your food. I can do a lot more things now.
I massage mom because mom has some blood clots in the legs. So I use cypress. What's the other one?
Is it Helicristol?
Yes. And it's such a small bottle.
And very
And
expensive.
very expensive. But somehow, you know, the blood clots start to disappear.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
And-
I find it amazing.
Amazing,
Because when I send mom back to Tan Tock Seng for X-ray, because mom, I think, I'm not sure, she has some blood clot in her brain. So the initial CT scan, half of her brain is actually dark. So means blood clot, right? So doctors are very worried that say she might end up with stroke and a lot of complications. So I've been religiously using cypress, what's that?
Helicristol.
And we went back for the CT scan again. Actually, her whole brain is clear. I cannot believe it. It's like clear, 白色的，不是黑色的。
Yeah, thank goodness, because your mom have a certain age and
I was
there's no
speechless.
operation. Yeah.
I was speechless.
Yeah, that was that is amazing.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
So like you said already that it doesn't replace medication, but it definitely helps.
Yes.
You know, especially if we are talking about quality of life,
Yes.
something else that we can do, and I feel that it's very empowering. So I have something on my hand that I can actually work with to really help anyone in my family.
Yes. Wonderful. Is there anything else you want to
Talk about oils?
share? Yeah.
Yeah, I think if, especially we are talking about taste today, so I want to caution everybody again. So if you are getting essential oils and putting in your food, really make sure that this is formulated for ingestion. Okay, so read the labels. If there's not stated in the labels, talk to the manufacturer.
Is it stated here?
Yes, for dietary use. Yeah, it's very tiny. I don't think you can find it. I mean, I don't know whether you can show up in the
Where?
show.
But it's here lah.
Yeah, it's here. It's here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't see, right? It's very small. Wow. Wait, let me see. Okay, good. I think it's here somewhere. Somewhere here says the dietary. Is that here?
Yes.
Mhm. Or you find that
I've seen
with
it.
the yeah.
Dietary.
Or
So
the
please
word-
open
yeah.
your eyes.
There's
and see.
others that you actually have an
But-
actual food label
But
also.
I think we also need to know where we need to get legit
Correct.
brand lah.
Correct.
Not something from Siloam, from the side street of Siloam
Yeah.
in Bangkok, like 100 baht for like 1,000 bottles. So we must be educated.
Yeah, correct. So if
To
it
know.
is not on the bottles, then
Yes.
maybe find out from the manufacturer. Yeah, to before you actually put it in. I think this is the most important thing, right? Then the rest is really experimenting, having fun, and
Okay, I think we are almost there, right? So I have maybe 2 questions to ask
Okay.
you to wrap up this program. If dementia is a person, let's say I'm dementia, I'm sitting here. What do you want to say to me?
if dementia is a person,
I'm dementia, I'm sitting next to you. I'm dementia. What would you want to say to me?
Wow, that's a very good question.
I think so.
Suddenly you're putting me on the spot. If you are dementia, what do I want to say to dementia itself? Right. I think even if dementia is something that it will affect people, right? And I think it is something not a lot of people, some people just can't avoid it, right? It may just happen because it is a deterioration. I mean,
Yes.
getting old, but there's hope that we can delay. Okay, we can delay the onset, still have some quality of life, right? And improve the situation, especially with the family members, and still have a lot of engagement. And the oils does help with triggering memories, so that to keep it at bay for now, right? So we can't get rid of it 100%, but what we can do is make life better. Yeah. So hold your horses. Don't run too fast. Okay. We will just go with you, but delay a bit. Okay.
Okay. So this is what you want to say. Okay. Last question.
Yes.
So I think we all know, as a human being, we have 5 senses:
Yes.
sight, smell, taste, sound, and touch. So if I were to ask you, you can only pick one of the 5 senses. The rest you will not have it. You can only retain one senses. What will it be and why?
If I can retain only one, wow, tough leh.
Tough man.
Tough.
Let me think.
One all eh.
Well, a lot of people I've asked, they
Uh-huh.
always tells me sight.
Yeah, most probably. Yeah. That was one of the first thing that comes.
Almost instantly you say, oh, I want to see. I don't want to be blind.
Yeah, I think it's sight.
Is it sight?
Yeah, it is sight.
Okay.
Yeah, but I feel that sight is the most
Important to you?
To me. To me, sight is more important.
Why?
I think it's a lot of more convenience and know what I'm dealing with. You know, like and the thing is, you are not that. I find it that it could be. I don't have to rely on people that much if I still have sight.
Okay.
Right. I think that of course I'm sure other senses can also help us,
Yes.
but that might be easier for me to adapt. Right. If I were to have only one sense left, that might be easier for me to adapt to a newer life if I have only one sense from now on. Yeah.
So in order not to inconvenience your loved one, you
Yeah.
feel that sight is important to enable you to still carry out your daily function.
Correct. Like even picking up the oils and put it in the.
Yeah.
I need. I don't have a. You
Okay.
know, yeah.
Never mind, cannot
Just
smell,
can-
never mind.
yeah.
But the smell is still there.
Yeah, correct.
It's still there.
Actually, some people might say, what if I lost my sense of taste and my sense of
Yes.
smell? Can I still use essential oils? Right, it can.
Ah.
Yes. So you still reap the benefit because it goes in your bloodstream, it works on all your organs, and it still gives you the health benefit.
It's just that you don't
yeah, the emotional part may
be
the one,
compromised a little bit.
compromised, yeah.
but you still get the benefit.
Yes, correct. Physical health and
wonderful.
Yeah, you still get it. Yeah.
Okay, I think we have been talking, rambling for 45 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So thank you, Shan,
Thank
for
you.
coming on to the Enabling Festival, this program, sharing the importance and the benefits of essential oil.
Thank you for having me. I'm always glad to talk about, you know.
Last question.
Yes.
Have some encouraging words for caregivers.
Oh, okay. So I know it is very, very tough. It can be very frustrating and heartbreaking. I think it's really heartbreaking seeing your loved ones, deteriorating over time. But really, if you really want help, oil can really help, right? And there's support group. I think important to have a support group. I think Enabling Asia is really doing a wonderful job, giving support to caregivers, and of course rallying people around you, and then having a schedule, take care, and all this will actually help a lot. And if all things fail, find something that you feel a lot of comfort, right? And I think oil does work. and also for your dementia loved one, something that you can actually help them engage. So, 加油!
加油! 加油!
It's going to be fine.
好，谢谢，谢谢。Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching our program. We hope you have found this useful, and please help us to complete a simple survey by using the QR code provided below. This will help us to improve and fulfill our requirements for the various sponsors. If you want to find out more about the Enabling Festival 2021, please visit our Facebook page, our Instagram, our TikTok, and website to see more what we have more lined up for you. The Enabling Festival is in its 4th year now, and it certainly has been a very rewarding journey. We hope we can pledge $1 or more to this cause, because this will further help our cause for dementia community. Thank you, take care, and stay safe.